Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to today's video. Okay, so I know there is a bunch of you that just joined the game and there's a whole bunch of questions in general chat as to everything you want to know. You want to know how to start up, what items to get, what dungeons to run, and I will cover all of that in this guide. Thank you for clicking on the video. I appreciate you. Let's get straight into it. So you arrive in the town of Talmouth. Now, this is your home base. This is your starting area. This is where you will craft things, you will buy things on the Emporium, where you will access stash and bounties, everything in between. So what you want to do is familiarize yourself with the movement system in the beginning. So you can click to move, you can either spam click or you can click and hold, your character will follow your cursor. Now what you want to do is figure out where everything is on the map. So you've got your tavern, which includes your stash, it includes bounties, and go grab a beer with a friend. There is a new quest line that gets you your first green virtual weapon, which is the Barbelade. So go into the tavern, down the stairs, you'll see a guy with a question mark icon above his head, run through his quests, and then you'll be able to get your first green weapon. Let's run through starting setup, what you want to have in your inventory, what weapons you want to have. So keep working on grinding your gold. At the moment, it's one of the easiest times to get a good starting loadout because the gold we get back per run has been increased, the price of the virtual weapons have been decreased. It is a great time. Okay, so what you want is a green bow and a green weapon or melee weapon of your choosing. You can get the free barbarian blade from the quest, so I would recommend going for that one. Then buy yourself a green bow from the general store as well as a green ring of rejuvenation. Now what you want to keep in your inventory, depending on the map you're running, is a big pot or something that can give you a lot of heals quickly, then a teleport scroll from level 2 dungeons and up. What that scroll will do is if you're gonna die, you have no heals, and you want to save what you've taken into the dungeon, you activate the scroll. Remember there's a pop-up, so you're gonna have to press yes again, so if you're gonna die, keep that in mind. But that'll save whatever item you've brought into the dungeon. What it won't do is take out the items you found in that dungeon, okay? So it's a last resort. I try to survive the dungeon as much as possible, but if I have expensive tools that I don't want to lose, I will then TP out. So bring health, a TP potion, and then a couple small heals like apples, bread, potions, whatever you think is going to suit your playstyle as a last resort. You can purchase a sugar plum sweetie relic, which gives you mana for 10 uses, but it is a little bit expensive, so keep that in mind. So now let's get into a little bit of the combat system. You can click on a mob and it'll start attacking, or you can hold shift and your character will stop and attack the air in front of it. It works really well to start attacking mobs before they reach you and to avoid your guy running unnecessarily when you're trying to attack mobs. Something you want to get very good with is your quick switching, which is pressing Q and then you can swap between bow and sword to attack things that are long range as well as things that are closer to you. Now, a couple binds that I've done is I've bound my camera rotation to A and D, so I can check the corners of the map, I can move around and see a little bit better. Right clicking is your power attack that consumes energy. So right clicking is very helpful and will save you a lot of HP. Bear in mind, once your mana depletes, you will then go back to your primary form of attack until it replenishes up to 250. You can increase that max replenish on your mana or energy once you reach certain levels. I believe it's level 20 and 40 when you get up to 375 mana regen and then 500 respectively. So the more you grind, the more you level up, the better the rewards you get. So now that you've figured out how to move around, you want to start your first dungeon. The dungeons are located at the sword on your mini-map. Now I would recommend taking in some bread with you or some cooked fish, because the way to get HP on a run is either through food that you bring, through potions that you have, or relics. Now on the dungeon maps there is something called a fountain of rejuvenation, which can come in very, very clutch, so I'd recommend looking out for those. But go to the Royal Emporium, buy 3-4 things of bread and take it with you on the adventure. How you consume heals is you click on it with your cursor, and that's a left click. So if you're running low on HP, click on an item and it'll heal you. Some items heal you instantly, some heal you over a couple of seconds, but it'll help ensure that you get out of the run safely. Now you'll notice after your first run that there are mining nodes, but you cannot mine them because you don't have a tool. How you get a tool is you either craft it at the anvil crafting station, or you can put a buy offer in at the Royal Emporium. And this works for all of your tools, for woodcutting, fishing, scavenging, and mining. How the Royal Emporium works is it's player driven. So if I'm selling an item, I can set what price I want to sell it for, and if you're buying an item, you can set what price you want to buy it for. If your order doesn't get completed instantly, it means no one is selling that item at that time at that price. So you can keep increasing the price until you get it, or you can wait until someone does list it. So it's not instant, you do have to wait for the order to be completed, but once it is and you claim it, it'll go back to your stash and there you can equip it. You equip tools in the tool slot, just drag it from your stash or say equip to tool slot 1. If you have multiple tools, you equip one tool to the slot and then carry the rest in your inventory. Okay, let's talk about quests, bounties, and your skill book. Now, you get certain quests in the beginning that get you that bar blade, that unlock your bounties, that get you a little bit of gold. Those quests are really worth doing. I highly recommend getting them out of the way. That unlocks your access to bounties. Once you reach level 5, you will get your first bounty. Bounties reset once a week on a Friday. So do your bounties, you get bronze bounty chests. You can either inspect them or you can sell them on the marketplace for gold coins. Bounties are really useful. The harder the bounties, the more items you have to give in or the more monsters you have to kill, but it can be really rewarding. So you can choose. Open them for a chance at a good item or sell the chest and get gold. Items are not guaranteed, so it's completely up to you if you would like to have the chance to get something. If you're wondering where you get an item or at what level you can unlock something, have a look at your skill book on the top of your screen. This will list every possible virtual drop you will get, as well as some of the blockchain drops and at what level with what tool. You can only use a tool of a higher rarity once you get to the level that you are able to use it on. So you can use the crude versions of tools until you are at that skill level 10, and then you can upgrade. Using the next set of tools gets you bonus experience as well as the chance for drops using that tool. It is always good to keep going back to your skill book as it'll help you immensely in the long run. So if you have a problem with where an item drops, you want to find out where you can get some coal, some iron, or skeletal bones, or whatever it is, look at that skill book as well as your adventure pass. In that adventure pass, you can see what map drops what item, so you can choose what to go for and how to grind it. Mobs drop their own virtual items, so the runes, which is the wolves, drop rune hides, the skeletons drop skeletal bones. It is not a guaranteed drop per kill, there is just a chance, so keep grinding that mob until you get that item, or you can purchase it from the Royal Emporium. If you look on some of the maps, you will see a crown next to it. That crown indicates that this is a members only map. In order to become a member, you need to purchase a pendant. You can either do that through the website of Lost Relics. Previously, you could buy it through fiat currency, being US dollars or whatever your currency is. At the moment that's disabled, but you can purchase it either with cryptocurrency or in-game gold. If you want to claim your daily rewards or you want to run members only maps, you will need a pendant for that. I can recommend using a pendant. You can carry out as many blockchain items as possible, as many as you find, so it's always worth having that. Gives you a bit of XP boost and it helps the developer, put some food on his table, which is always a good time. So yeah, you'll need a pendant for all of those things. Let's talk about drops, expectations, blockchain, making money. So in order to sell your items, you either take them out of the game or sell them in the in-game blockchain emporium. We do not have the blockchain emporium yet, but it has been worked on, it is ready to be released, we are just waiting on the developer, so be patient. It is possible to sell the items in-game for a currency that's pegged to J engine, but at the moment, in-game selling of the items is not possible. It's possible to take the items out of the game and sell them on the Nginx marketplace, but you will pay transaction fees and engine transfer fees, so I would say just wait at the moment. Now, drops. Can you expect to get a Transcendent, on your first day? Realistically, no. It is possible, it has happened before, but that is the hyper rare case. There are plenty of other items to be found, and with enough grinding, you will manage to get yourself maybe a blue weapon or a purple weapon. I've seen level 2s, level 3s getting weapon drops, but it is based on RNG, random numbers generated. So the more you play, the more your chances of getting an item is. I personally don't think you're going to find an item every run, every 10 runs, every 100 runs. It changes from time to time. Sometimes you can get 2 blockchain items in a run, sometimes you can go days or weeks without getting an item. When you do finally get your blockchain drop, it is exhilarating. Your dopamine is through the roof and the use factor is amazing, but it just takes time to grind. So be patient, hang in there, you will get a drop, and let me tell you, your addiction is going to be through the roof. In the tavern, you'll see people running around with some pets, and you'll wonder, how do you get those pets yourself? Now, you can get pets through your level up rewards. There is a chance of getting the pets, it is not guaranteed. So keep that in mind. It's possible that you'll get a pet drop. I've gotten a couple of them from leveling up. Another way is you can purchase virtual pets with in-game gold, and that is going to break some breakable objects for you. At the moment, they are not extremely useful, but they look cool, and in future, the developer, being Cliff, has said he wants to get them to fight or do damage to mobs and have potentially a respawn time. So there is a lot of good coming to pets, and they're pretty cute. I call mine the meth bunny, the bunny badger. I love it. I also managed to get the Gogum pet, so I'll alternate between the two. So if you'd like to get a pet, you can get them through various ways, or you can purchase them on the website, so it's completely up to yourself. Should you want one, it looks dope, and yeah, who wouldn't want a cute little meth bunny running after them? Well guys, if you made it this far in the video, you might as well leave a like. You are an absolute legend. I hope to see you guys in game. I hope that this video helped you, that you'll start to get the mechanics and become an absolute slayer of everything in no time. Okay, appreciate all of you and the support. Bear in mind the giveaway. If you want to find out what it's about, I have it in one of my videos. Y'all are fantastic. This community is dope. I'm so keen for where the game is going. If you have any requests for a video you'd like to see, pop it in the comments. Any questions, I respond to all of them. Yeah, this has been my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I have been Lucifer.